Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for anybody that's new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member here on the channel. With that being said, today we are doing what is shifting for you. This isn't going to be a super long reading. I am on the road, so things are going to be a little bit shorter, but I am still working to get your content out to you. But just know that I'm going to be traveling over the next week or so, and so things might be a little bit different than normal. But with that, we are going to be using the Sacred Forest Oracle today by Denise Lynn. Love this oracle, super beautiful. Let's go ahead and hop to your prayer, and we will get this reading underway. Okay, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading, whether it's for a moment's time or for the entire time. Today I ask that you help us to have open hearts and open minds and receive the blessings that you're bringing towards us, even if they might not seem like blessings at first. Knowing that everything that you're bringing into our lives serves its purpose and helps us to connect with our highest good if we allow it. I ask that you help show us where we might be resisting self-care, resisting our journey, resisting making a change, resisting just shifting our perspective. Wherever it is that we're holding on to something that is far outdated and no longer serving us and is just a burden on our journey, will you help us see this clearly so that we can pivot and come back into alignment with our highest good so that we can be ready to receive that which you're bringing to us. And understanding that sometimes things that happen to us are blessings in disguises, and that's okay, right? We have to see that as it comes, and sometimes we're frustrated by it, and sometimes we're stubborn. But I ask that you help us maintain this grounded energy and remind us that you are showing the way, and that you are always caring for us, and that we are never alone, and we are so loved and supported by you. As these words are spoken onto this tribe and upon this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Let me go ahead and get that set up over here. Totally got some ash on the book. All right. Put that over here, and I already gave these a shuffle, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I did choose Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, but these actually have nothing to do with the pile itself. I'm just trying to filter through different things with the dice, so that way then everyone has something new to pick from. And if you are drawn to your zodiac sign, then that's perfectly okay too. Okay, so it's just understanding if you don't see your zodiac sign on this or any upcoming reading, that is not because this is only for water signs or this is only for air signs. This is just something else to pick from. So for pile number one, source, what Sacred Forest Oracle will help us better understand what is shifting for pile number one? What is shifting for pile number one, source? What oracle card will help us better understand? Thank you. What is shifting for pile number two, source? What oracle card will help us better understand? Thank you. And what is shifting for pile number 3, Source? What oracle card will help us better understand that? What is shifting for pile number 3? Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so let's see our collective energy. Ooh, I love this, that the dragonfly spirit is making an appearance on a what is shifting for you with number 12. So a huge shift in perspective and an emergence here, right? Coming through and allowing ourselves to be seen and allowing ourselves to be heard, and knowing that it's okay for us to set solid boundaries with people who maybe are taking advantage of our time, our energy, our resources, right? This really feels like the change is just knowing that it's okay for you to be powerful. It is okay for you to change the way that you're doing things. And if it doesn't work with someone else's agenda, that is not your problem. That is their problem. But sometimes that's hard, right? I'm definitely drawn to this waterfall in the back. I do feel like this is going to be an effortless change for you. It's going to be something that flows in where you're just going to know exactly what to do and when to do it and not be questioning that anymore, and then feeling comfortable with that choice that you're making. Let's see what this says from the book. I just love these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. It says, you watch the dragonfly whisk across the surface of the forest pond with elegance and grace. Her iridescent wings and body shine in a kaleidoscope of colors, depending on how the light falls on her. She hovers, flies backwards, and even darts upside down with seeming delight. This card is letting you know that it's all right to change directions. It's okay to change your mind. You do not need to be consistent at every turn. This is a time to put the traditions and expectations of others aside. Instead, you are called to create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Dragonflies are acrobats of the sky. Not only can they fly backwards, they can fly upside down and turn 360 degrees, and while looking graceful as they do so. Dragonfly spirit urges you to take on her same fearless daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. While you can't control the exact circumstances of your life, you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Dragonflies are ancient, taking to the skies 350 million years ago. They have adapted through millennia and thus survived when many creatures have not. These masters of change are a reminder that change will heal you. Dragonfly Spirit says, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. I love this message for the collective. So synchronistic already. Definitely the feeling was very strong coming in. So let's get this set up and we'll get this going. All right. Make sure we're in frame here. So for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of blue agate. Okay. Or we have this dice with Pisces on it for you to choose from. Okay. For pile number 2, we have this cute little RV keychain with the mountains on it. And we have this dice with Cancer on it. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful arrowhead. Or we have this dice with Scorpio on it. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, whichever pile you feel drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that, I'll see you over there. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of blue agate, or if you were drawn to this dice, and if you chose a Pisces, that's fine, but these aren't just for the water signs, these are for everyone. Okay. Or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what is shifting for you. I do want to say thank you so much to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. With that being said, let's hop to it and find out what is shifting for pile number 1, Source. What messages would you like to tell us today? What is shifting for pile number 1? What would you like to come through today, Source? What is shifting for pile number 1? Okay, so we've got the 8th house, we've got North Node, and we've got Leo. Interesting. You could have Leo in North Node, South Node, or Leo in the 8th house. Let me flip this over. Got ash everywhere, I swear. It's been a day. You could have Scorpio in your South or North Node, and you could also have Scorpio in the 8th house. Scorpio Moon is coming through really strongly as well. And Scorpio and Pisces. Okay. Scorpio and Pisces. Okay, I probably meant to say Scorpio and Pisces in Neptune or in Pluto. I'm pretty sure that's what it meant, but or it could be Pisces energy here, okay? Pisces in Venus. 8th house energy. There's a lot of secrets that are being revealed to you, and so what's shifting is realizing that where you were putting your energy and the time and effort that you were putting into maybe certain people or certain projects that you felt were serving you or were good for you, you're realizing that they weren't. And also I'm getting this message of, if you've got Leo in the 8th house, there's something about the father wound that's coming through very strongly here. And so it could be a father, but it also could be a boss or someone that is older than you that has that, like, should be that role model in your life but isn't. So a part of your North Node is stepping beyond the illusions and the shadow of this situation. It does feel like a person, but this could be an actual job or a hobby or something like that that you're doing. But it's stepping beyond this person. It's stepping beyond these circumstances that are dragging you down and keeping you feeling small. It's like you're giving so much and you're putting forth such an effort here, and you're very carefree and very, like, even though Leo is connected with drama, I do feel like you personally, pile one, you're like drama free. Like, you don't like drama, you don't like it to get involved in it, but for whatever reason, a lot of things come to you that are very dramatic, right? And it's like everybody's trying to pull you into their drama or into that life, and it's like, I feel like you just kind of sit back and let people flit around you, because it's like, this is all you guys, and I'm just here trying to be. And this is that recognition here that you don't have to even just be in those situations. You could literally just say, nope, I don't want a part of this. I'm going to go take care of me. I'm going to go focus on myself. and I'm going to focus on my path of purpose, whatever that is, whether that's learning something or really just pouring into self-care, self-love here. But you are on the right path. This is just a stepping stone on this right path. And so this is what's next, is stepping beyond this. And so however long it takes is fine. There's no rush here. It's not like Source is saying like, oh my gosh, you need to get this done by tonight. You know, you've got a 5 o'clock deadline. No, this is not that at all. It's just Source is telling you this is what's shifting for you, is that you're in the process of overcoming this obstacle that's been in your energy. It feels like for a long time. So this could just be recurring situations of a traumatic childhood wound. This could also just be a pattern of thinking or way of believing that you have to show up for certain people. It's like you're coming into this realization that you no longer have to embody what it was that you once embodied. And so there's a sense of freedom here where you're going to be letting that go and absolutely coming into that space of the North Node energy. All right, so let's get some more info on it. Source, what is shifting for pile number 1? What would you like to share with us today? What is shifting for pile number 1? Okay, thank you. What is shifting for pile number 1? Yeah, sense of feeling young again too. I feel like this is like a new beginning for you. Something fresh. Maybe you're moving, or you're moving jobs, or you're finally being able to get away from people in your energy. So Source, what is shifting for pile number 1? What would you like to share with us today? Yeah, it's we've got the Fool coming out, a new beginning. I love that so much. It's like you and you alone, you're the one that's taking this step to choose yourself and to choose what's right for you and to choose where you're putting your energy. What is shifting for pile number 1, Source? What is shifting for pile number 1? Wow, okay. We've got the King of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Self-love. So in the Tarot Marseille, the Ace of Cups is really truly about connecting with the divine and connecting with your higher self. It can point towards romantic love, but it's not as deep as more like the 2 of Cups or even the 6 of Cups, which is something that's super romantic love. Now she is holding 6 dolls of herself here, but I do feel like this has been 6 different cycles that you've gone through, or this has happened for 6 years, or this is something that happened when you were 6 years old. The number 6 is really standing out for me, and 6 in and of itself in numerology talks about resolution, solutions, seeing yourself through eyes of love, harmony, and balancing things out here. It's coming into that place of peace, and I feel like she looks a little frazzled here in this image, and so I feel like it's definitely been a very stressful time for you, but you're going to be a little bit more frazzled, not for stress reasons, but frazzled because you're going to be coming into a place of grounding yourself and really taking care of yourself here. Defending yourself as well with the King of Wands, like not letting people confuse you, not letting people deter you, not letting people take you off your path just because they're smooth with their words, or they're breadcrumbers and they're pro breadcrumbers and they have you in that energy of believing them. We've got the 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Yes, you're coming into a place where what's shifting for you is no longer hiding from people's toxicity, right? It's like this recognition of like, I don't have to people please anymore just because your toxic traits cause drama. I'm not even just going to put up with it at all, right? Someone that's trying to play big and bad, but it's really just this fluffy little bunny. All they've done is take up space and try to become this big bad wolf, when at the end of the day, they're all talk and no bite. And you're recognizing that. You're recognizing that this person, look, I cannot make this up, but the number 6 is on the dice here. Can you see that right there? Oh my goodness. That, look, and the 9 of coins underneath that. Yeah, you're coming into this very abundant time, and this is abundance of self, right? Yes, money could play a part in this. Yes, finances could play a part in this. Yes, material things could play a part in this. Of course, everybody's at a different place on their journey, but what I'm really seeing here is just an inner abundance that's just going to be pouring out of you and really affecting people around you in a very positive way, but not where you're hemorrhaging energy, right? That's not what's happening here. You're literally just coming into a place in time where people want to see you, they want to be around you, they want to talk to you, they want to get your wisdom, they want to know what it is that you have to say because they're seeing you. But it all starts with you really taking that first step and knowing that you don't have to give whatever the situation is here your energy. And so you're coming up into a very independent, dynamic time on your journey where things are going to feel very flawless and very fluid for you and very easy as well. And it's going to feel very, very, very good, okay? If you didn't catch the intro, that's okay, but I mentioned in there today's readings they're not going to be long because I'm about to be traveling. And so, well, technically I am traveling, but so I have to do with what time I have. And so the readings this week might be a little bit shorter than normal, but I'm just letting you know I'm still trying to get you out your content. Okay, so on the bottom, look at this. Lao Tzu and sunshine. Be careful with your words. With some, you can harm yourself. So speak with love and positivity. Allow your words and your smile to be your adornment. So you're coming into a much more happier time. You are realizing that these people that have been draining you have been making you feel really negative about yourself, and it's like maybe beating yourself up for things that you thought you were done beating yourself up for. Like you're seeing those things now and you're saying, no more. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm not going to go through this anymore. I'm done. And so you're drawing the line here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get some of these. What else would you like to tell pile number one, source? Thank you. What is shifting for pile number one? What is shifting for pile number one, source? What is shifting for pile number one? Whoa. Okay, book. I'm pretty sure it was book. 1 second. I'm going to grab it real quick. Okay, book. Yeah, it flipped over and it fell off the table. We have wisdom, experience, immortality, and authority. Yes. So you're gaining authority in your life. You have all this wisdom to share, and people are looking up to you because of the wisdom you have. We have yield on the bottom here with force, concede, surrender, and accept. Someone was forcing you to do what they wanted you to do. To spend time with them, to give them your energy, whatever it was they were forcing you to do. And finally, there's this energy where you're just surrendering. You're just like, I don't have to put up with this, but I'm going to surrender to the process. What is this making me feel? Why is that feeling forcing me into doing what this person wants? And then healing that through the shadow self, right? And feeling a lot more free. Okay, let's get a couple of these. All right, message. Communication records, call records, and instant messaging. So there might be someone here who's going to start messaging you that is going to draw your attention away from this other situation as well. And it's going to feel a lot better for you. It's going to be like someone that gets you, someone who appreciates you, someone who respects you, someone who also knows and values that your time is precious and is not trying to waste it, but is just honestly grateful that you're spending time with them in any way. We have the crown here, owner, master, and top level. Yes, so see, that's it. You're mastering this part of your journey. This is a part of mastery, self-mastery that's coming in for you. Let's get an angel number here. What is shifting for pile number one, source? What is shifting for pile number one? Thank you. Okay, and on the bottom we have 1001. I'm so grateful, source. Thank you so much. We have abundance. Manifest, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity. It is spelled wrong here, abundance. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. Amen, source. Bring it on home. So strong. I just love that. It is so true. You have this beautiful energy, and You deserve to see that as well, pile number 1. You deserve to see that, okay? Look, mind your step. Unpredictable situations could lead to falls. Exercise caution and assess the risks. Yeah, so don't do anything that's completely like, off basis here. Just slowly take steps towards focusing on yourself. It's like, I know people are like, no, you got to do it fast. But sometimes we do have to be considerate of the situation at hand because it can be delicate, right? It can absolutely be delicate. And so wherever you're at, just listen to your intuition and be mindful of that. Seek support during times of difficulty to enhance productivity. Don't bear the burden alone. Someone's coming in to help you bear the burden. Someone's coming in just to help be in your life. Like let's say they're just going to be there in your life as a friend, as a lover, as, a support system, as a collaboration, a partner, whatever it is. This is someone who's coming in to help you. Well, we got gift from fate. Fate sometimes surprises us. It may be an opportunity or a person. Cherish these gifts and treat them with gratitude. They will make your life better. I love this message for you, pile number 1. All right, so we've got Zadkiel and Gratsalu with time. The time for being passive and accepting begins now. Let go of all desires. Be patient and prepared. The right moment will come, and everything has its time. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with the mind your step. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like you're going to just know when's the right time to act. You're not going to be questioning it anymore. You're going to know because you're going to see things. We have limit, boundaries, speeding, explosion. And when you know, things are going to start speeding up for you. Ring, wedding, token, and bond. So there's definitely an energy, a person that's coming in, someone you're going to create a bond with. Now, don't look too deeply into the ring, okay? Like, proposals or not. This is just talking about someone who gets it, someone who is going to be there with you forever, right? This is someone who's just going to be on the journey with you throughout this. Rose, passionate love, thorns, and short. Okay, so this I feel like is, every rose has its thorns coming in, that song. It's been a heavy hitter this week. But also I just feel like this is saying it's like, even though you've had to go through the thorns, you're going to be experiencing something incredibly beautiful very shortly. Self-realization, moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come in as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Oh my gosh, look at this. A gift from fate. The exact words. Can you see that there? A gift from fate. A gift from fate. Wow. Wow. And 2 is the number of trusting in the process, right? Just trusting that everything is working out exactly as it should be. Let's see what this card is. Learn to listen. Listening is a sign of respect for others. Listening without interrupting and attentively makes the other person feel valued. By listening, you can understand the thoughts and needs of others and gain more knowledge and insight. So I feel like this is your goal right now, is just to listen and be very observant of what's going on around you. And that's going to lead you to this self-realization, which is the step to getting your gift from fate. And it's just a process. Please be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. Let's take a look at what your card is. We've got Wizard of the Woods with focus. That goes hand in hand with learn to listen. This is the number 50. This also looks like Merlin to me. So let's see what the Wizard of the Woods says. There is true magic in the world. However, to experience it, you must be able to direct your intention in the direction of your dreams. Thoughts are things, and as you focus your thoughts towards the good, you will attract more positive experiences and loving people in your life. If you direct your thoughts towards that which isn't working, you will create even more challenging situations. If you are pleased with the direction you are going, concentrate on what you desire, not what you don't want. To develop inner power, gather your energy and focus intently on one thing. Also diminish activities that aren't essential to this goal, and it will be just a matter of time until miracles begin to unfold. That's what I was saying, like letting go of anything that's dragging you down, right? Spirit of the Wizard of the Woods says, put your attention on what's worthwhile, lovingly and beautiful, or loving and beautiful. That's what will manifest in your life. What you focus on is what you create. This is a time to choose just one thing to focus on rather than a slew of things, and watch miracles abound. So one thing at a time, right? So instead of having your energy in all different places here, this is really Source coming in. What's shifting for you is where your focus is. You're going to really hone in on one thing that's important to you, learning to listen to those around you, and just really being accepting and observant of things right now, not trying to force anything, not trying to control anything, making sure you're taking space and time for yourself as well. But this is going to lead to a sense of self-realization that you haven't yet had. And it's not that you haven't had self-realization. This is just the next step. I do keep seeing a stair step. So like you're stepping up a level here. Okay. And that's going to lead to this gift from fate. So this is what I see here for you. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little crystal ball emoji down below and say, by focusing on that which I truly want, I see it come into manifestation quickly, easily, and effortlessly. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member. And with that, I want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this very powerful reading. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this adorable little RV or bus keychain, or if you were drawn to the Cancer on this dice or this dice in particular. Now, this is not having anything to do with these particular zodiac signs. It's just something that I decided to put on to choose from. So just know that it's not specific to your zodiac sign, but if you felt drawn to it because of your zodiac, that's fine. And or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on what's shifting for you. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. Truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody new here, welcome. This is that reminder we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe down below. With that being said, let's hop to it and find out what is shifting for pile number 2. Source, what messages would you like to share with us today? What is shifting for pile number 2? We've got Cancer coming out. I love that. 8th house and Mercury. Interesting energy already. Okay. So you could have Cancer in the 8th house, Mercury in the 8th house. Let's see. Cancer and Mercury. Let's see. I'm hearing Aries in the 9th house coming through, and Leo and Venus. Okay, so those are really specific. If not, that's okay. That doesn't mean it's not for you. That's just what I'm hearing right now, okay? So what is shifting for you? Something that has to do with the occult energy. So if you're doing anything that's very spiritual by nature, or what you would consider like deep dive into the subconscious, so shadow work here, that is what's shifting for you. It's like finally coming to your consciousness, and you're going to be letting stuff go. There's a huge rebirth coming for you here. And I feel like you're going to be very intimate with yourself moving forward, where you're going to be really focusing on nurturing and taking care of yourself and being 100% honest with where you are. You're not going to be letting other people confuse you. You're not even going to be letting yourself confuse you. You know, sometimes we get into that mode where it's like ourselves convinces ourselves of something that's not good for us. but we let it because it feels like that's what we're supposed to do, even though we know when we're doing it, it's wrong. That's what this feels like. You're no longer going to be convincing yourself of toxic patterns or toxic habits. You're really going to be focusing on things that matter for you. And I feel like you're also going to be communicating to those that need to know. So it's like, instead of going out to the bar tonight, you need to study for your exam in college. Like, you're going to be saying that. Or if you need to work tonight and you can't go and do what everyone else wants you to do, like, you're going to be vocalizing these things, but you're going to be doing it in a way that's like, again, not rude and not trying to cut people down. It's just saying, like, this is what I need for myself. And you either take it or you leave it. At the end of the day, no one can convince anyone else of what's right or wrong. You can only do what's right or wrong for yourself. But it does feel like you are letting go of something too that may have been passive aggressive. So maybe like lashing out at people when they didn't understand where you were coming from. Or maybe like just feeling like you had to defend yourself in situations because of how others were showing up. Like, there's no longer going to be that need to really defend yourself or to fight. You're really going to be in this energy of like, okay, like, this is just how it is, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, right? But it does have to do with the 8th house. Very mysterious. This is something that's coming up from shadow work. This is something that's coming up because of your spiritual journey. This is something that's coming up because of what you're learning along this journey as well. The wisdom and the knowledge and the depth of this journey is coming to a head. In other words, it's like you're really just allowing this energy to flow forward. So let's see what else is going to come out for you here. Put that down and we'll get the tarot. All right, so Source, what is shifting for pile number 2? What is shifting for pile number 2? A new opportunity. Really, I keep getting this energy of being completely honest with yourself, vocalizing. So maybe there's been a time where you were really scared to vocalize what it was that you needed, and you're not going to be scared anymore. Like, that's what's shifting for you, is you're facing that fear. And that's helping you move forward. Very independent energy coming forward here, knowing that, like, if I don't take care of myself, who else is going to take care of me, right? Because no one else is going to show up for you, pile 2. If you don't do what you need to do, it's necessary for yourself. This is very interesting. Look at this synchronicity between these 2 cards with the animal covering the eye. So you could be doing journeying. Excuse me. This is the left eye, though, right? This is both of their left eyes. And so this is about receiving something from the spirit realm. You could be doing journeying with your animal spirit guides, or you have an animal spirit guide that's been coming through very clearly here lately, that's been giving you guidance. And they're saying continue to listen to that guidance from that spirit animal, because it's helping you to heal something that was very deeply hurting and something that has kept you stuck in a cycle over and over again. So that's something that's very powerful. I know it feels very specific, but many of you are also seeing things now with your spiritual eye. Okay, so Source, what is shifting for pile number 2? What else would you like to tell them today? Whoa, thank you. Okay, I'm actually going to put these back, but we've got the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Coins here. What else is shifting for you is you're going to find a new love, and whatever it is that you're doing that makes you money or that brings you financial security, like, there's a newfound love here. But I'm going to put these back in because today's just a 3-card pull, and we're going to see what comes through, okay? If they want to come back out, they will. But Source, what is shifting for pile number 2? What else would you like to share with us today? What is shifting for pile number 2, Source? Okay, the 3 of Wands. Finally breaking free. That's what this feels like. Look, with the Ace of Wands on the bottom, not being afraid anymore to be vulnerable. And vulnerable in the sense of, like, understanding that, like, I'm going to have to be vulnerable to vocalize what I need. Right? That's a vulnerability. That's you saying, like, okay, I have to be honest about where I'm at, and I'm going to have to tell people how I feel. And that's scary sometimes, because it's like, that means I actually have to share a part of myself with others. But also in that sharing that part of yourself with others, you're going to have to also put yourself first, right? And saying that I am sharing this with you, but I'm also making this a very solid boundary. Like, we cannot cross this, right? Definitely been an energy throughout the whole reading. That was very collective energies, that talking about the boundaries here. There's also some sort of new passion that's rushing into your life. So something that's shifting for you is finding a newfound passion with where you are. This could be an idea, could be an inspiration, but honestly, Pile 2 really just feels like finding passion with life again. Like, nothing really shifted other than you. You're the one that shifted. And in you shifting, you can see things differently through the eyes of a child, through the eyes of innocence, through the eyes of love. And it's feeling good. And it feels like, oh my gosh, like I never had to go anywhere to see life this way. I just had to trust that my healing process was going to bring me here. And now it has. And this is going to feel very brand new. Like, it's going to feel very new to you, but it's also going to feel very wonderful and exciting. And I just get this, like, really, oh my gosh, a new adventure. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, that's what it feels like here. Yeah, and a lot of smiling. A lot of smiling. But it also comes from just trusting the guidance that you're receiving. The animals here could also be pointing towards spirit guides that are leading you. Right? She looks like an angel here. So guardian angels, talking to source. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if there's an animal in every single one of these cards, but the animals are definitely, you know, showing up in these cards. You know, you have the fox here. You have the fish in the window over her eye. You have the swan here that's up over her eye. And she's holding the gecko here. And so it's all about you uncovering another part of yourself and sharing that with the world and letting go. So a part of the passive aggressive energy that was coming out earlier could have been also you being passive aggressive towards yourself, right? Like, oh, no one's going to accept me. No one's going to like that. Like, why should I even bother sharing that? You know, these things that are putting us down, or these things that are making us feel small. And I feel like that's what's shifting for you as well. It's like just realizing, like, no, I have a right to be who I am in this moment, and I need not change anything to be accepted. Okay, so let's get some oracle on it. If you didn't catch the intro, that's okay. I'm traveling right now, and so these readings while I'm on the road are going to be a little bit shorter than normal, okay? Maybe a lot of bit shorter, but that's okay. We've got the Sun God and Ezra coming out. Free yourself from lies and deception and live your truth. Shine in your own light. Other people's truths are of no use to you. Exactly. So you're like setting your soul on fire, that new passion here. It's like there's a lot of excitement, but a lot of like, I'm ready to go and chase my dreams. I'm ready to go for myself. And I'm not going to let people stop me anymore. We have Serdowin and Baldwin on the bottom with see the wonders around you and honor this incarnation. The here and now is on the stage in which you will encounter and learn to love yourself. So there's no better time than the present moment to be true to yourself. And that's really what this feels like. It feels like Source is coming in and saying, like, what's really shifting for you is understanding how precious this moment is. Not when I get, or once this happens, or once this goes through, or whatever it is. No longer trying to live in the future, and also letting go of the past and knowing that those are safe things to do along this journey. What else would you like to share with pile number 2, Source? What's shifting for pile number 2? Ignore, focus, detox, and overlook. So if there's been anybody that's been ignoring you or overlooking you, you're letting that go, right? That's their business. It's theirs to deal with whatever they're going through. But I do feel like you are detoxing your energy. I am getting a strong, like, it's interesting because his little bus is orange, right? And then the phone here is orange. And then this is very solar plexus chakra energy. But I do feel like you're also healing the sacral chakra a lot here. So it's like maybe something you've been specifically working with. There's a lot of deep healing coming. Like, as I'm saying that, the treatment card came out. Healing, comfort, surgery, and repair. There's a lot of healing coming for the sacral chakra. And this is my right to feel, right? That's what the sacral chakra teaches us. This is my right to feel. And that's exactly what it is. And you're going to be leaning into that. And that's a beautiful thing. We have painting. Look, the eyes. Again, seeing with the spiritual eye. There's something about your eyes here. There's something about seeing clearly. Telling a story, conveying emotion, and decorating and shaping. You're really going to be trusting your intuition here. There's no more like questioning whether or not your intuition is telling you something, or if it's just you wondering about something, right? Like, you're going to really be trusting your intuition now and not being like, oh my gosh, no, it was wrong, or no, maybe I'm just overreacting. Like, no, there's none of that anymore. We have unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth and baggage. Letting go the baggage. Whatever was unfinished, you're finishing it. Right? It's just like if someone didn't tell you goodbye, or it's like someone left with no closure, you're giving yourself closure. That's what you're doing here. 1331. Change. Yeah, if you didn't catch the collective energy reading at the beginning, you should definitely check that out, especially with this. Change. We have encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, creative work. You're going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting at the finish line. Yes, I love that. I love that. And on the bottom, we've got 707. Good luck. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share, yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. Yeah, so now is a lucky time for you. Also opening up to your wisdom and sharing that with others. Again, communication is key for you right now, and that's going to bring you to the next level on your journey. Wow, you got 3 of these. We've got digital escape. Dive into digital worlds where reality's rules bend and refresh your mind. Switch on and zone out. So taking a break from all the seriousness of work. We have veiled paths, a hidden path. And the secret garden offers a shortcut. Will you choose bravery or safety? Choose the path less traveled. And then we have predictive pages. A passage you will soon encounter in your reading foretells a looming challenge in personal relations. Books as beacons. So passages are interesting. There's like a portal here that's opening, but also with books, like you may be getting messages from source all kinds of different ways, especially through forms of entertainment, right? On the bottom, guiding star. Yes, absolutely. Amid uncertainty, look to the guiding principles that have steered you before. They won't fail you now. Old truths bring new clarity. Yeah, so you're definitely being led at this time. Trust that. Even though things have been difficult, even though things are hard, like everything is going to work out for you. Okay, we've got opportunity and connections on the bottom. I'm not going to read this, but I do feel like your connections are really important at this time. There's a lot of transformation here. We have opportunity always comes to those who are prepared. Always be prepared. And when the opportunity comes, be brave enough to grab it, and it will open up to new possibilities. So again, are you going to be brave enough to take that path less traveled? Right? Okay, and let's see here. We've got good vibes. Life has its ups and downs, but everyone can have a good mood. Don't be trapped by your worries. Think more about happy things. Smile at life. Good mood will bring good luck. Make your world full of sunshine. Good luck. Again, good luck. Oh my gosh, I love the synchronicities already with this reading. Promise. Oath, contract, and emotional bond. So there's somebody that's coming. It does feel like a person. This could also be you're adopting an animal or like a bird, a reptile, or something like that, like an emotional support animal in your life, or they're going to help support you emotionally, okay? Taboo, limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity. Yeah, you're definitely healing out the shadow aspect of your life, something that's taboo. The 8th house deals with things that are taboo. You could be doing sexual transmutation too. That's another thing that just came in. This came out in pile 1. Message, communication records, call records, and instant messaging. All about communication right now. Like the message is so vital, and I feel like that's not just the message, but also what you're sharing as a message to others. Let's take a look at your card. We're going to read this from the book, and you got the card that's on the deck. Pegasus, transcending. Yes, number 23 23 or it's 28? 28. The completion of a cycle as well. I love this. It says history is replete with myths and legends of a winged horse, the protector of the soul. The Pegasus represents the immortality of your spirit and the journey to the heavens. The appearance of this card is a sign. Get ready for a dramatic activation of your soul journey. A powerful transformation is at hand. Great things are possible in your life. Prepare yourself to fly high above adversity. The Pegasus rise above the earthly realms offers a higher celestial perspective. Take time to meditate, and profound insights about your life will be revealed. You are asked to see the situation at hand from a higher perspective. Step away from the drama and emotional manipulation of others. Some stories describe that where his hooves strike the earth, new springs emerge. Life begins anew. In Greek mythology, Pegasus activates and befriends the 9 muses who inspire creativity, liberal arts, music, science, poetry, and visual arts, which goes hand in hand with the Ace of Wands. Hence, Pegasus is symbolic of creativity. The message here is to focus on the incredible creativity, vitality, and spiritual awakening within you. Pegasus says, you're on a pilgrimage of the soul. It's time to transcend the weight of earthly burdens. Fly over situations that have been pulling you down. Don't involve yourself with the drama of others. When you remember that you have come from spirit and are eternal, challenging situations will resolve. A profound transformation is at hand. Wow, I love this reading for you, pile number 2. It's very strong. A lot of shifts that are occurring for you for sure. But a massive one here in relation to your creative spirit and just in feeling more yourself and knowing that it's okay for you to communicate what it is that you want to communicate about, okay? So this is what I see here for. Is there a Pegasus emoji? If not, choose the unicorn. Put a unicorn emoji down below and say, it is through my creative spirit that I come back to my highest good, knowing that I am free to be heard, to be seen, and I am allowed to feel the way that I feel. And if this resonated with you, it means so much to me if you're to like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links in the description box in order to do so, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member of the channel. With that, I do want to take a quick second and thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this powerful message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful arrowhead, or if you were drawn to this dice that had Scorpio showing, and just to reiterate, this does not have to do with just the water signs. This is for everyone. It's just something to choose from this week. Okay. Or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on what is shifting for you. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time in this space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. With that being said, let's hop to it and find out what is shifting for pile number 3, Source. What messages would you like to bring through? What is shifting for pile number 3? What would you like to say today? Source, what is shifting for pile number 3? Okay, so we've got the 3rd house, Libra, and Uranus energy. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. This has to do with soulmate, twin flame energy. It's just a really interesting feeling already. Like, this is really strong. There's a lot of energy that's shifting. Does this mean union? I'm not going to say yes or no. Okay, that's not my job. Everybody's at a different point on their journey. But we do see here something is shifting. Okay, I do feel like this is starting to balance energy out within you in regards to your connection. Okay, that's really what this feels like to me right here. This feels like, especially with the third house and Libra energy coming out, like we're talking about relationships, interpersonal relationships, business relationships, and all those things. But with the third house, there's this energy that I'm getting, like this has to do with someone you consider a soulmate or twin flame, okay? I'm not here to say that's the truth of this. That's just the feeling that I'm getting with this, okay? Nor am I the one that's going to say, yes, you're coming into union. That is not my job. That is Source helping to guide you on your journey, okay? You might be like, well, what is your job then? I'm here to give the message. That's what I'm here to do. But there's something unorthodox that's shifting between the two of you. But I also feel like this is more about you, pile 3. Like, more than your person, this is about you. It's like something has shifted in regards to how you're viewing the connection in and of itself. Like, you're beginning to see it differently than everyone else sees it, right? Like, everyone's so obsessed with it being a romantic connection. Everyone's so obsessed with it being one way. And this feels like you're seeing that it is actually very unorthodox and that this is something that's very unique in and of itself. And instead of putting it into a box like everyone else is trying to do, I feel like for you, there's a perspective shift here where you're finally seeing something bigger about the journey itself. You're recognizing that it doesn't have to fit in a box and it doesn't have to be a certain way. And that in and of itself, you're finding where maybe you were susceptible to being influenced by other people's beliefs or other people's, like, it has to be this way, it has to go this way. And if it doesn't, then people don't know what they're talking about. But if you've been on this channel any amount of time, only a fool thinks they know everything. That's a very famous saying. And it's very true, right? Because we don't ultimately know anything. We only know what we're experiencing in the journey itself and what Source tells us and what we learn from Source when we spend that time with Source. And so I do feel like there's an unraveling of something here where maybe you were holding on to an idea or even a label very, very tightly. Like, I'm seeing it wound around both hands and like feeling like it has to be this way and holding on so tight. It's almost like bloody hands. And then something shifts and you let go. And it's like even as soon as you let go, the wounds heal. And there's a sense of feeling complete and whole once again. So that's what this really feels like. This is a very powerful energy. I'm feeling this in the back of my throat. Not necessarily the throat chakra. I actually feel like this more closer to the causal chakra, but I'm feeling it in the back of my throat because I feel like there's been a lump in your throat for a very long time, like a lot of tears, a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. But I'm also feeling this in my chest area as well, like maybe a lot of heartache and pain here. And then it's like this realization of seeing it from a different way, of seeing it from a bigger perspective or wider perspective is helping you to feel more grounded and centered in yourself and in your journey as yourself. I'm going to shift the camera over just a little bit. Yeah, it's shifting. Your view on this is shifting in a very positive way, it feels like, okay? So again, we're not talking about union here. This is about what's shifting for you. And I feel like there's a deeper balance that's coming between you and a twin or you and a soulmate here because you're not seeing it any longer from these very closed-minded ideas of it has to be what I expect it to be. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? And you're realizing there's so much more to it than the connection itself. Look, we first start the first card out. We have the Hanged Man here. Yeah, exactly. Your perspective is shifting. Like finally seeing the light in the darkness, but you're realizing, and I love that this is so synchronistic to what I was saying. It feels like a twin flame here. Okay, it feels like a twin flame, but we've got the two heads here on the one body, right? And so it feels like finding a new perspective in regards to this connection. Like we're not actually separate from one another. Like even if we don't have a physical connection, even if we're not in the 3D connection, it's okay. We're still connected. And that's exactly where we've always meant to be. Like we never had to be anything other than what we are in this moment. I do feel like I got a really weird ping in my big toe on my left foot. receiving this information and trusting that this is a part of the process was something that was very hard for you. It wouldn't surprise me, pile 3, if sometimes you're very stubborn, and that's okay. Like, I'm not out here like, you shouldn't be stubborn, right? Like, no, like, people are stubborn. Like, that's a human trait, you know, like, but I do feel like at times you might have been very stubborn to seeing this, and Source has been trying to help you take this information in, to take a download in regards to this. And you've been getting more and more signs and synchronicities about this. It's like almost like it's been breaking down the emotional ego attached to the stubbornness within you. And there's a lot of healing that's coming from that. Okay, thank you, Source. What is shifting for pile number 3? What is shifting for pile number 3? Thank you. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, yeah, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is like bringing a lot of good luck. And I also feel like this is shifting your focus back on where it matters. You know, what happens when we get in the twin flame journey is that, and especially the egregore that it has turned into now, with everyone saying it has to be the relationship, you should only focus on them, like you shouldn't focus on anything else, but it's a very spiritual journey, and really we need to come back to focusing on ourselves, because the more we focus on our twin, or the more we focus on a soulmate, the less energy we have for ourselves, and we get exhausted just trying to focus on ourselves because we've spent so much time and energy focusing on this other person, trying to make it about this other person. And so this really feels like Source is giving you that green light to come back to self and say, it's okay for me to just surrender to this for right now. Right? It doesn't make it not so. It doesn't make it not true. It doesn't make whatever it is that everyone says that when you surrender, you let go, it makes it. You're realizing it's just a part of the process. Like, it can't hold on to this because it hurts too bad. And that's shifting your fortune in a very positive way. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, we've got the Four of Swords, letting go of what has made you feel hemmed in. Also focusing so much on peer pressure, like people around you and what it is that they're saying that you have to be if this is what you are. And that could be the twin flame community. It could also be the spiritual community as well. But this feels like you're breaking free of a construct that's been built. It feels brand new. This feels like a brand new construct, like what people are saying, you know, and I'm using the twin flame journey here as an example because everyone said it had to be the Notebook love, and everybody ran with that because love is like one of the #1 marketing things in the world. And I don't know if you saw pile number 3, you should check out my community tab. Okay, because I had a video that I posted the other day, and I got bombed by like 6 people, and they all said the same thing about this, whatever this book is that they're trying to sell, but it was almost verbatim. Each comment was almost verbatim, and I was irritated. I'm not gonna lie, I was irritated because it bothers me when they're trying to take advantage of you, my collective, because you deserve better than that. And you deserve to be seen as a person and not someone just to be marketed to. And it really irritated me. But I posted it I posted it on a post, and I put on there, and I blacked out their names because honestly, their names don't matter, and I don't want people to go and attack them. Like, that's not what this is about. I just put it up there because it's that reminder that we have to look out for these situations. Like, they're wording it in such a way that it makes you feel like you're missing out on something. And I feel that's like where the stubbornness came from, especially connecting with this Four of Swords energy. Like, people were wording things in a way that made you feel like you weren't doing enough, that made you feel like you weren't enough as a person, that made you feel like you were doing things wrong. And also it's like, what I feel like obligated to follow these people because they're saying that if I do, I'm going to get it. And you may have followed them for a time and done everything that they asked, but nothing switched and nothing changed except for this feeling of heaviness. And you're starting to realize these very superficial people, or these very superficial communities within the spiritual community even as well, right? So I feel like that's something that's becoming increasingly clear to you. Boom! We have the Two of Wands coming out. This is you looking at yourself. This is you taking a look at yourself. Saying, like, what do I really want? And what do I really want out of this life? And realizing, like, again, right? Like, we're not separate from each other. We're mirrored images of each other. But if I'm not focusing on myself and I'm only focusing on them, then I'm not doing what's right for me. And does that mean that they too are not doing what's right for them? You know, because if you're focusing on them, their energy it's being repelled. And in being repelled, it means that they're not focusing on themselves either. Could they be focusing on you? Sure, but that's not what we're looking into, is it? No, but it just really feels like suddenly you're shifting and you're realizing the importance here is looking at self. Realizing that there's no separation here. Realizing that the separation's the illusion. There never has been separation, even with soulmates. Like, we're not separated from our soulmates. Like, all of our souls are interacting with one another, even if we're not physically connected in the 3D. They're all interacting with each other. They're all telling each other stories and like, hey, guess what happened today? And we might not even know about it. That's why we see parallel stories, because that's our soul family, right? Like, you'll see people who experience a lot of similar things to you, and that's a soul family. Doesn't mean they'll be there with you on the whole journey. Not necessarily, but that's okay, right? Like, there's a lot going on in the spiritual realm that we're not seeing physically. But I feel like what's shifting for you is just this understanding now that it's okay for you to look at things differently. And what it's done is drawn you right back to yourself. And you're realizing, like, looking at myself is actually a little bit unorthodox for this journey, because it's different from what they're saying. But it's different in the best possible way. All right, let's get some. Wow, okay, you're getting 2 of these. We've got Ashtar, Sharon, and Turbo. Friendship requires attention, respect, and harmony. Nurture it. It is very precious. Do not lose touch with your friends. Okay, so right now, the focus is on friendship. Okay, even if that's with your twin, I do feel like this is more with soul family, like focusing on healing your friendships, focusing on being present with your friends. We've got Mother Mary and Zio on the bottom. Extend the trust within you to all things in existence. It will set you free. Those who are free will always choose love. Look at this beautiful dragon. Like, absolutely stunning. Completely stunning. So beautiful. I feel like that's your energy right now. You're coming up into this very stunning time in your life, because you're choosing to look at things in a just different. It's just a different perspective, and it's working for you, right? We have speeding here, surge, flow, and addiction. Letting go of the addiction, letting go of the obsession, letting go of the things that are very, very, very heavy, and finally finding a sense of flow in life. Seagull, cunning, perseverance, fearlessness, survival, and freedom. Freedom being the main thing here, even with Mother Mary, right? Finding a new sense of freedom, spreading your wings and flying. On the bottom, we have memories, old acquaintances, old debts, recollections, and prejudices, right? Look, underneath that, we have love, appreciation, fondness, respect, and trust. Realizing that you're never separate. Realizing it's okay to have these memories, but to live only for my memories, or to live for only a hope, we're not really truly living, are we? Like, if we're living for the hope that this is going to happen one day, and all we're doing is waiting for it to happen, waiting for it to happen, waiting for it to happen, suddenly life passes us by. And what have we really waited for this whole time? Right? And, well, it's the greatest love of all time, I heard someone say, but, right. But you're already in that greatest love story already. Like, it's not separate from you. Apple, wisdom, death, sexuality, and joy. Finding a new sense of joy here. Finding new wisdom. Source is like giving you a key. Why do I hear that song right now by Willy Wonka? I found a golden ticket. Right. I hear that song right now so loud. It was coming in. It's what it feels like. It's like you finally found a golden ticket. But here's the thing. Isn't that the cool thing about Willy Wonka? Only 5 people got the tickets. So this is also that realization that not a lot of people are going to actually understand this in their journey. Why? Because they're holding on to what everyone else tells them they have to hold on to. Peer pressure. 1515. Boom! Intuition. Intuition, relating, value, insight, increased perception, love, and monogamy. Follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. The same thing with Ashtar and Sharon. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite your behind. 3 is a crowd. So right now, your focus is on friendships, not on a love relationship. It's not about romance for you, pile 3. It's about friendships and cultivating those very strong relationships that are going to serve you for a lifetime, right? Okay, on the bottom, we've got solo journey. Embrace solitude as a gateway to self-discovery and unseen horizons. Walk alone, see anew. And we're not talking about alone without friends, right? It's just, this very much feels like solo from romance. That's really what this feels like. Also, again, following your intuition is so important right now. And I feel like you've definitely been called to walk this part of your journey for yourself, right? There's a purpose for that, okay? I'm so excited. I don't know why. I just feel it's like such a sense of joy with your pile right now. We've got relax. Don't strain yourself too much. Relax to move forward better. When you're tired, take a break and adjust your state to face life's challenges with a more relaxed mindset. A lot of transformations in your energy, pile number 3. Okay, so what do we've got? Yes, this came out in another pile. And as always, if you watch all 3 piles with me, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. That's for my Purple Heart Club. I truly appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everyone who sees any of these readings with me. You guys mean so much to me. We have Lao Tzu and Sunshine. Be careful with your words. With some you can harm yourself, so speak with love and positivity. Allow your words and smile to be your adornments. And that goes back to what I was saying. It's like, I feel like what you were believing and why you were like stubbornly holding on to was actually the thing that was making you feel really nasty inside. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not enough. I'll never be enough. I'll only get my twin win, or I'll only get my soulmate win, or even soul family, right? Oh, they're only going to come into my life win. And so you've had to shift your perspective, and that's what's coming, is the shift in perspective to realize that you are enough right now. Right now as you are, and you deserve to see yourself as enough. Look, isn't this the same picture? Look at this as the love. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Dreams come true and get what you want, and miracle with love. Oh my gosh, I'm going to leave those out together. I love that those came out together. Yes. This is about you finding the miracle of love. And the miracle of love is you, pile 3. It is you. It has always been you. Look, this came out in another pile too. Passionate love, thorns, and short. So you've definitely had some connections. There's been a lot of difficult connections that you've gone through. But this is about seeing your beauty, your worth, your value. You know, like, roses will always have value on the market because it's a gift of love, right? Well, you're that too. Like, you will always be this valuable, worthy being that deserves to be seen that way, okay? So we've got 0220 with pleasure, leisure, rest, holiday pleasure, love, affection, kindness, and happiness. Yes, you are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that they're all on the same page and you can work together effectively. Many people are rooting for you, pile 3. If you spread love, it will find its way back to you multiplied. Yes, and I love that. We've got relax and we've also got rest. So now is the time for you to love yourself and to relax. Okay? Harvester. An unexpected truth will soon be revealed, necessitating a reassessment of trust. Assess relationships. Wow. Your pile's been all about relationships. I could not make that up. I felt that from the very get-go. We have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. Reconnecting with your emotional well-being here as well, okay? So let's take a look at your Sacred Forest Oracle card. I'm going to read this out of the book for you, pile 3. Fire spirit with energy. Number 17, you are burning away the old and inviting in the new. And it's a very powerful, and look, with the lightning here, something very unexpected. So this is like an unexpected realization, an unexpected knowing that's coming in. Source is bringing this to you. It says, take action. This is not the time to hold back in life. Do not repress what you feel or allow yourself to be drained by others. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations and fulfill the needs of others, but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field becomes depleted and dull. Break free of your constraints, whether self-inflicted or imposed on you by others. Activate your verve and your passion. Give your emotions free rein. Waves of energy will surge through you as you spontaneously express yourself. Running on your own resources, however, can be depleting. Allow the Creator to flow through you. Be open to receive, knowing that you don't have to do it all by yourself. This replenishes your soul and supports you in accessing enormous amounts of energy. The power of fire spirit is renowned. One of the 4 prime elements, it traditionally represents transformation, passion, zeal, enthusiasm, creativity, and activation. In many traditions, fire is synonymous with creation itself. Let the energy of fire inspire action and movement for you now. Fire says, incredible vitality, life force energy, and passion are expanding in your life. If you start to feel drained by the expectations of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire, speak your truth, and let the light of the Creator surge through you. Yeah, so this is about reconnecting with source energy and with that vitality that comes from source flowing through you. And so it's like this inner standing now where you don't have to do things the same way that everyone else does because it's not working for you. It hasn't been working for you, and you're trying to find a new way of doing things. So this is what I see here for you, pile number 3. If you felt like this was your reading, leave the little fire emoji down below and say, I choose to open up to the vitality, the fire, and the creation of source, spirit, God, whatever you call it, and let that become my energy for moving forward in this realm. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member. With that, I do want to take a quick second and thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.